Hey guys, welcome back. In the previous video, we learned about NAT detection, NAT-D in IPSec. NAT-D helps VPN peers determine whether a NAT device exists between them. But detecting a NAT device is only the first step. The next challenge is understanding how IPSec traffic can continue to work when a NAT device is present. That's where NAT Traversal, NAT-T, comes in. IPSec uses ESP, Encapsulating Security Payload, to carry encrypted user traffic between VPN peers. ESP is a separate IP protocol, Protocol 50, and does not use TCP or UDP port numbers. The problem is that NAT devices are designed to work primarily with TCP and UDP traffic. They use source and destination port numbers to create and maintain translation entries. Since ESP does not contain port numbers, many NAT devices cannot properly track or translate ESP traffic. As a result, ESP packets may be dropped, mishandled, or fail to reach the correct destination. Another issue is that NAT devices modify IP addresses while forwarding traffic. These changes can interfere with IPSec operations that expect packet information to remain unchanged, leading to VPN connectivity problems. To solve these issues, NAT Traversal, NAT-T, was introduced. The main purpose of NAT-T is to prevent NAT devices from breaking ESP traffic. Instead of sending ESP packets directly across the network, NAT encapsulates the ESP packet inside a UDP packet. This process is known as UDP Encapsulation. Before NAT-T, an IPSec ESP packet looks like this: IP header, ESP header, encrypted user data, ESP trailer, and ESP authentication data, optional. In this format, the packet is identified as IP Protocol 50, ESP. Since there are no TCP or UDP port numbers, NAT devices may not handle the traffic correctly. After NAT-T is enabled, a UDP header is added in front of the ESP packet. IP header, UDP header, port 4500, ESP header, encrypted user data, ESP trailer, and ESP authentication data, optional. Now the entire ESP packet becomes the payload of a UDP packet. A simplified NAT-T packet looks like this: outer IP header. Source IP equals public IP of peer A. Destination IP equals public IP of peer B. UDP header. Source port equals 4500. Destination port equals 4500. ESP header and encrypted payload. From the NAT device's perspective, this now looks like ordinary UDP traffic. Because UDP contains source and destination port numbers, the NAT device can easily create and maintain translation entries. Another way to visualize it is, without NAT-T, IP header, Protocol 50, ESP, and the ESP packet. With NAT-T IP header, Protocol 17, UDP, UDP header 4500, and the ESP packet. Notice that the outer IP header no longer identifies the packet as ESP. Instead, it identifies the packet as UDP traffic. The original ESP packet is simply carried inside the UDP payload. When the packet reaches the remote VPN peer, the UDP header is removed and the original ESP packet is processed normally. If a NAT device is detected, both peers agree to enable NAT Traversal. From that point onward, ESP packets are encapsulated inside UDP port 4500 packets before being transmitted across the network. The complete process works as follows. 1. VPN peers begin IKE negotiation. 2. NAT detection checks whether a NAT device exists between the peers. 3. If no NAT device is present, normal ESP traffic is used. 4. If a NAT device is detected, NAT Traversal is enabled. 5. A UDP header using port 4500 is added in front of every ESP packet. 6. NAT devices process the packets normally using UDP information. 7. The receiving VPN peer removes the UDP header and recovers the original ESP packet. 8. The IPSec VPN tunnel continues to function successfully. NAT detection answers the question: is there a NAT device between the VPN peers? NAT Traversal answers the question: how can IPSec traffic pass through that NAT device without breaking the VPN? Without NAT-T, ESP traffic may fail when NAT devices are present. With NAT-T, ESP is safely carried inside UDP packets, allowing IPSec VPN tunnels to operate reliably across NAT networks. One important thing to remember is that NAT detection and NAT traversal work together. NAT detection identifies the presence of a NAT device, while NAT traversal changes the packet format so that NAT devices can handle IPSec traffic correctly. Detecting NAT alone does not solve the problem. NAT-T is what actually allows the VPN tunnel to continue working through NAT devices. Thanks for watching this video. You can reach us through Instagram and Telegram for network interview guidance and mock interview scheduling. See you in the next video. Happy learning!